Girardi. Honors to the forerunner of the prophet, Brother Marcus Messiah Garvey Bay, the forerunner of the prophet Noble Drew Ali. Marcus Messiah Garvey taught that a man without nationality is like a tree without roots. Honors to all the past, present, and future leaders. Honors to all mothers and fathers who are in the Moorish Science of America. Honors to those mothers and fathers and grandmothers and grandfathers who paved the way for the young brothers and sisters to be part of the Moorish Science of America, to redeem our brothers and sisters from their fallen stage of humanity. Today's topic, but before I go with today's topic, I'm going to give honors to the Moorish flag, the red flag with the 5-pointed green star in the center. The 5 points represent love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Honors to all governing heads of all temples. Honors to the children. Without the children, we don't have no future. Today's topic is U.S. versus USA. I'm going to open us up with the Moorish American prayer. Allah, the Father of the universe, the Father of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Allah is my protector, my guide, and my salvation, by night and by day. His holy prophet, Drew Ali, Ameen, Islam. So, today's show is regarding the United States demonized corporation versus the United States of America. What the brothers and sisters do not understand is that we have a very strong misunderstanding that the United States is the United States of America, which is entirely not true. And this is going to be a short show today, but I want my brothers and sisters out there to know that if you happen to have a birth certificate, then you're a U.S. citizen. You're not an American citizen. And to be recognized as an American citizen, you must have a descent flag and a descent name. The descent flag is not just a regular flag, but a national flag. A flag that is recognized in the United Nations, that is known across the nation. The history, the politics, the body politic, the Constitution. Every nation has a Constitution, but the problem is that the body politic that is existing in the Americas is far-fetched from what the true meaning, because can't nobody tell me that the U.S. citizens have a national flag and they're recognized as a demonized corporation. Okay, I'm gonna get to your questions. I see the chat is live. Praise Allah for y'all. I just want to say that if this national flag is not recognized in other nations, it's not a national flag. The Washington, D.C., that is a 10 square mile radius, that is a sovereign entity that is being governed and given rights, a 50-year mandate from the first Continental Congress, which was governed by John Hanson, which was the first United States of America Assembly President, who happened to be of Moorish descendant. What people don't understand is that just because you're born here in the United States of America does not make you a citizen. Just because your birth certificate says state of the state, that means that the United States corporation is the one that holds the title to your vast estate. Your vast estate is related to property, land, things of the land that belongs to your ancestors, so to speak. And you got these Johnny-come-lately type of brothers who feel like, yeah, so my last name is Jones, so that's a slave master name, and I need to change it to like a Imhotep or Wanabe Shaka Zulu Quasimodo. You know what I'm saying? Some funny looking name or something. I'm not knocking those people who do those things, but when you do that, you're taking away from what your ancestors have already worked hard for, their sweat, blood, and tears with the United States corporation, and to build all this revenue, all this finance, all this business. But you want to denounce your family name because you're going by some hearsay of some 1930s demonstration or some African American slaves demonstration that your slave master is the one that owns your name. No, that's not what happened. I'm gonna say it once, I'm gonna say it again. Your family name is being owned not by the European, who is the common people, but is owned by the corporation who owns the title and the deed of the land to your ancestors. So in order for you to do that, you have to keep your family name in order to get reparations and get your get all the things that your ancestors worked hard for, because it's going to be paid in compounding interest. So said Prophet Noble Drew Ali. So I want my brothers and sisters out there to understand, keep your family name. It is not wise to follow these other organizations, because all they're going to do is give you a little taste of information. But I actually had a sister who was part of the Nation of Islam, Mosque 27 in Los Angeles, and the sister was Sister Muhammad, but she kept her family name, which was Drake or something like that, Drake Bay. So, you know, I love my sister dearly, but at least she came back home to the Moorish Scientific of America to not only proclaim nationality, but what the sister told me back in 2008, 2009, somewhere, that the Nation of Islam does not have all the ingredients that she's looking for to be sustained as a nation. But for me, myself, I know that the Moorish Science of America has everything we need. So says the Prophet Drew Ali. Prophet Noble Drew Ali said, I have gave you everything that it takes to save a nation. And he was holding up the Divine Constitution and Bylaws, the Holy Quran, the Moorish Science of America, and the Quran question for Moorish Americans, for Moorish children. He holds those things up. He says, I have made Islam. I stand corrected. He says, I have gave you everything it takes to save a nation. Now go take it and go save yourself. So what that means is, the Prophet Drew Ali already gave us our questionnaires, which in order to be an American citizen, you have to have 101 questionnaires. Prophet Drew Ali already set that up already for us. He already got the warrant of authority in August 1928 and this was filed in Chicago, Illinois, Cook County. So with that being said, family, we have to proclaim nationality because only the USA recognizes nation and your religion. You can't go to Washington, D.C. and say, oh, I want to go proclaim my nationality, I'm a U.S. citizen. When you say you're a U.S. citizen, you're saying that you're a slave to the state. That means they govern your actions, what you can and cannot do, what you can purchase, what you cannot purchase. Let's just say, in other words, the democracy is more of a demonized government that is more like based on some type of communism. Well, communism is based upon control of the people. The media, the education, the food we eat, etc., etc. Now, you can have as many children as you like because this is not China. But there's some limitations to when you sign that certificate of marriage. Is when you have officially let the state take over your things of your life. You have to get immunized. Well, that's not true because it's unconstitutional. Now, the First Amendment protects American citizens under the freedom of religion and freedom of speech and freedom of expression, freedom of press. So that's because Congress shall make no law. So you can't have your state of whatever state you're born in dictate to you, talking about you need to be immunized because it violates the First Amendment, and they cannot do that. This is why I got the topic today, United States versus United States of America. Because it's two separate entities, family. One's representing the old republic, and the other one is representing the democracy. Now, the two don't coincide with each other because the nation's capital is now Washington, D.C. The nation's capital is Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, where the first seat of the Continental Congress, which was drafted up by the Moors. Moorish people, per se. So now we have to really take into consideration that all the stuff that we see going on with Donald Trump and all this sort of stuff, and all those people who hate Donald Trump, that's a personal thing. All those who love Donald Trump, that's a personal thing. You know, whatever you see fits, by all means. That's what I know. But at the end of the day, you got to really look at things for what it truly is and not what perhaps may be. So they got all these executive orders being signed to deport all people who have a green card, deport all the people who have a birth certificate. All the while you're thinking you're an American citizen and you're not. This is why these actions have to be taken out, family. These things have to be done. I'm being honest when I say this. But the only way you're going to be recognized as an American citizen is if you proclaim your nationality as Moorish American. If you were Negro, Black, or Colored, Afro-American, African-American, Puerto Rican, Guam, Costa Rican, and Filipino, and all these other names that allude to slavery, we have to really strongly take into consideration that we are under attack. You might as well just take that red, black, and green flag and go put it somewhere, because family, that's not a national flag. So I'm gonna take a quick pause right quick, and I'm gonna go into the chat. My chat is live. We have 3 people who have spoken out. Let's see. Heaven high to peace and blessings to Brother Dalton. Dowd says, what about the Nazi flag? What about it? The Nazi flag is just a banner. All they did was just took the swastika twist it a certain way, claim it as their own. That's a personal banner. That's like a flag of doing a organization, so to speak. Just like the flag of Puerto Rico. That's not even a national flag. That's not even a flag that's even recognized in the United Nations. If you think I'm lying, prove me wrong. All right, and then we have here Nehemiah Jaime, laugh out loud, did, and here was just watching to himself. Okay, if that's what you want to do, praise Allah. You know what I'm saying? But heaven high to you too, brother. Peace and blessings. And Nehemiah Jaime. Yeah. Well, praise Allah for you. Hope all is well with y'all. Honest to the people who are live and listening, you know what I'm saying, watching from a distance or whatever. You know, praise Allah for y'all. The most important thing right now, family, is that yes, the family members are being divided and we are under attack. We're under attack because we failed to follow the rules and the law and calling ourselves misnomers and all this other crap, garbage. That thing that you see as far as being protected as a citizen, that's not going to protect you, family. Discrimination, nope, that's not going to work either. The only way you can survive this catastrophe is, number one, understanding the condition. Number two, bettering your condition. Three, understanding that your life can change and be better, that you can be the better person that you could be, not only to yourself, but if you were a spouse, to your opposite, your husband to wife, wife to husband, and your children. That's who I'm referring to. So, let me see, we got someone else in the chat. Bethany Johnson. Islam, Bethany, peace and blessings. Peace and love, peace and love. Where am I traveling to? I'm traveling home. That's where I'm traveling to. Where do you get little school bus? Oh, that little school bus, that's my beloved son. That's my son's school bus. Rest in peace to my son. My firstborn son. Bethany Johnson, to all those beautiful brothers and sisters out there who are live and active. I just need, I got some old videos about me talking about something like this. I'm going to go revisit that again because I know some people are not going to have time to go through my channel and look at all the videos I've done, or lives I should say, and to be able to understand what I'm saying. But I'm gonna say this to you all, that you're not being you're classified and being mistreated because of the color of your skin, but not by the content of your character. You're not being recognized as an American citizen, because if you were, you would be protected. Let's see. Oh, Islam, Sister Bethany Johnson, peace and love to you. Thank you very much. Yeah, my son passed away like over, that was a long time. But all is well though. He doesn't have to suffer no more, so that's all that matters. Yeah, shout out to all those loved ones out there who are in the live, in the chat, who are just watching, who have recently lost their loved ones. You know what I mean? I pray that Allah makes it peaceful on you. just remember that death is no enemy to man. It's just a bolt that binds the cord to human life, so that way it just cuts the cord. That way the boat can sail on smoother seas. So death is no enemy to man. It's just that it's just a shock to us that was unexpected. And this is why we be overwhelmed and grieving and all this other stuff. So, yeah. I got a little something to share with y'all. A little fun fact about me. Your brother man Moore's life when I was a young child growing up, I was very intrigued by buses, the old RTD buses and stuff like that, school buses and stuff. And my oldest son, who passed away, is the same way. So, and then my other son, they remind me so much of me. It's not even funny. But moving right along, throw that fun fact out there about that. Yeah, I'm collecting old vintage buses that remind me of back in the day, back in the early '80s and stuff. You know, that type of thing. But we gotta really keep our eyes on the prize, which is nationality and culture. Going back to the topic of today, but we got to understand, family, that in order for us to not have any issues with the police department, the sheriffs, or ICE baby, whatever you want to call it, La Migra, which is the immigration, you guys gotta really look into proclaiming nationality with the Moorish Science of America. I've been with this movement for about close to 5 to 6 years, but also as a sheikh and the mufti, and I got a lot of stuff going on right now to the point where I have to make it to my meetings. But if anybody who has suffered like me with these cell phones and not able to do a Zoom meeting or whatever because of the coverage or the area or whatever the case may be, I strongly suggest y'all start rebooting y'all phone. The problem is these new phones now don't have no detachable battery, so you can't even do that. So the battery is already built in. So just do the best you can do. Don't stress out, family. Everything's gonna be okay, but just don't get into the situation where you're forced to proclaim your nationality. Just do it voluntarily. That's all I can say. Do it voluntarily. Nothing else. Now, I don't understand why this one is creeping on me, swerving. What? Oh, this person's straight tripping, yo. Don't make me brake check. This one is straight on drunk status, yo. For real, for real. Swerving. This is crazy. Oh, well. Go around me. Maybe make you swerve to the next lane, yo. Yeah, go about your business. You're swerving. You're like you're drunk. That's that car with the red lights on the right side, family, that was behind me. Whatever. I ain't worried about that one. But I will bring up. I will definitely do a part 2 on this one, but I have no reading material because right now I am traveling home, not driving. Traveling. You have a right to travel. So there's things that I have to express to you all, that I have like old stuff in my archives and stuff to give you guys a better understanding. But also if you guys want to reach out to me, you guys are able to do so. I have an email, it's in my description box, but then again, I got moorish.life@yahoo.com. Again, that's moorish.life@yahoo.com. That's my direct email to email me. So we have to. I can give you guys, send you guys documentation, paperwork, and all this stuff regarding to what I speak about, so I can send that to y'all. That's no problem. I just, as a Moorish American Muslim, as a Sheikh, I don't have a problem sending information to anybody. I just don't want nobody to be left out. This is some good reading material that you can read to your babies. I mean, when my sons were toddlers, when my babies were toddlers, growing up, I read them the Divine Constitution and Bylaws. I read out them the Holy Quran of the Moorish Science of America, Circle 7, the volume prepared by Prophet Noble Ali to redeem man from his sinful fallen state of humanity back to the highest planes of life with his Father God Allah. Turn thy page into the front cover. Know thyself in Allah. Yeah, I memorized that after all these years. But I just want the brothers and sisters out there to understand that nationality right now has always been order of the day. I will go into detail on Sunday for y'all regarding the Spencer versus Dungy case, 1855, two years later, March 6, 1857, Dred Scott decision. These two cases are very close in years, 2 years apart. One gets granted land and citizenship, and the other one gets nada, nothing. Bethany, appreciate the love, Islam, peace and blessings to you though. So we're getting real close to the time and fulfilling the prophecy. So I'm going to read that to y'all out of the Holy Quran of the Moorish Science of America, Circle 7. This is going to be for the children's portion for the babies. But I to get going and view my new posts because I need some more money in the pocket. Need some dollar holla. I need finance. I need it badly. Oh, I forgot, family. I'm going to be demonstrating on the Moorish flag. I got Moorish flag decals for sale, so I'll be selling those. I'll be putting those in my short video. You know, that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm an industrious Moorish American Muslim. So, yes, I have a Cash App, but that's just only for, like, if you want to, like, purchase any of my merch or whatever. You know what I mean? Things like that. That is the plan. That's the plan because the man has the plan. Man means mind, thinking, a walking vessel. So we are live. But oh, little turbulence. I'm just kidding, family. I'm just kidding. I'm just messing around. No, there's no turbulence on the freeway. Not unless earthquake or something. But yeah, there's like plenty of earthquakes where I'm at right now. Not right now, but there were some in my state. But yeah, one day, family, definitely. One day on a Sunday, we're definitely gonna connect again. So y'all be safe out there. Don't be doing nothing that y'all ain't supposed to be doing. Make sure y'all. Oh, I'm gonna be talking about high blood pressure too, family. So anybody got high blood pressure, I know the cure for it. And guess what? It grows from the earth, and it comes from the earth. Yes. You may not be too pleased with what you see after you use the toilet, but it's a lot of strong health benefits, family. And you're gonna love it because it tastes yum. Natural juices, family. That's what we need. This I don't even know what to call it no more. I can't even call orange juice because it's so much sugar and water. It's just like, no wonder why they call it from concentrate, because we just staring at it. It's crazy. It's insane. Never understood that, but whatever. All right, family. This is short, live, and shout out to all the people in the channel. Bethany Johnson. Peace and love. Peace and love. Nehemiah Jaime. Peace and love to you too. Peace and love. And Dalton. Peace and love. I know somebody named Dalton. Very peaceful brother. Love the brother. All right, y'all. Peace and love. I am outro. I'll see y'all on a new day on a new live. Peace. Allah, the Father of the universe, the Father of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Allah is my protector, my God, and my salvation. By night and by day through this holy prophet, Israeli, Islam.